With rebels and raiders eliminated at Cocherel, King Charles V faced one last threat to France: the relentless English invaders. Word arrived that the English army was weak and scattered, divided by infighting. The king quickly directed his army to chase down the old enemy of France at Ponvallenne. The French town of Ponvallenne lay directly in the path of marauding English soldiers on the hunt for loot. The town's only hope of survival lay with the French forces camped nearby. The French quickly prepared to ambush the disorganized English raiders and defend Ponvallenne from ruin.
Ascolti bene. Negocio.
Quedme, colones requient mandement.
Parates, servientes, servientes. Cavallo ici. Ambulo. Cum grand course.
The main English army thundered into the valley. They paused to rest beyond the town before launching their raid. A small bandit camp lurked in the valley. If the French could defeat these routiers, they could claim the supplies they had gathered.
Perfecte.
Quedme. Labu Movenskito.
Porcoliga.
Parat porvenir, colligans bac.
Arco parat. Si. Cursor obedience. Comprendo.
Omes prepsi est. Parat porvenir.
Tourma.
Qued labo. Quito. Anas la garna.
Si soles. Agita in arco. Vale. Odite. Audience. Omes preparate. Bene, bene. Arquière parat.
Labour spérance.
Six hommes. Un acial por la batería. Labour spérance. Six Movenskito. Retorno con materia.
Parates obedio.
Quedme.
Parate.
Parat porvenir.
Quemandes.
The first group of English raiders began their attacks on the outlying farms. After destroying the farms, they would attack the town of Ponvallenne.
Parats pour la proie. Vado a massa. Labour spérance.
Audite. In avant, servientes. Allons-y. Parates, servientes. En lavara. Kedman bambulo. Arco parade. Tourma.
Parade pour la
Eccilimam
bourrade.
de monte. Wado caper.
Languier parade.
Couet de la bourre.
Sagitaina. Parate. Entendo. Audite. Audience. Homes, preparate. Venies, servientes. Sagitaina.
On descueda.
Homes, preparate. Obedio. Bene, bene. Tourma. Arco parade. Languier. Preparate, obedio. Si. Bene, bene. Audit, si est.
Eccelimam de monte. Bon vamos, valetuds. Io ma sono la cose. Parade pour venir.
Colones, parat et prons.
Parate. Audience. Ambulance.
Parat pour venir. Cose sera ma sonata.
Tutti sodite. Cos'è sarà massonata?
Arquière parade. Parates, servientes. Obedio. Si est. Parates, servientes.
La bourse polonaise. Fight. Mercat.
Audite. In avant, servientes.
More scattered English raiders arrived and made their way towards Ponvallenne.
Buon labour.
Eccelimam de monte.
Labour spérance. Parat pour venir.
Couet de la bourre. Parade pour la bourrade.
De la bourrade.
Six hommes.
Homes, allons-y. Allons-y. Venies, servientes.
Parat pour laboura. Vado laboura. Ciel labourar longi.
Parate, ambulante. Bene, bene. C'est une retournade.
Mandes squad.
Doute saute vidéo si. Parade pour venir. Cos'è squad, mais?
Mandes squad. Yo mas.
Labour Spérance. Vado laborar.
La bourse paiera.
Mande squad. Y'a fait. Secco material.
Momenti si, arquer! In avant! Oye! Sì! Vaz! Audience! Ryan Zapana! Deus! Vade, arquer! Ambula!
Squad la bourse.
Parate! In avant, servientes! Venies, servientes! Momenti si, arquer! In avant!
Si sommes, sito. Come escolte bene. Vado laborar.
Parade pour venir.
Felice Peal.
Parate, arquers! Parate, serviette ambulance! Audite!
Parade pour la bourre. Vide aussi. C'est comme à terre.
Mande squad. Cos'è sarà massonata?
Quid me. Cose sera ma sonata.
Homes, preparate! Intendo.
Quid la bourre.
Espero tu mandament. En le camps.
Homes, preparate!
Négociamos.
In avant, servientes! Bene, bene.
More scattered English raiders arrived and made their way towards Ponvallenne.
In avant, arquer! Parate, arquer! Momenti si, preparate, oh meglio! Intendo! Archer! And the man! Squad starts to go!
Vaiet mue besoigne. Lors batige s'estui. Que fort guerre, y vais donc.
Bayets moit si ves exploitier. Chevalier Bastien.
Alarson, cesse le temps d'adventière, Seigneur.
Dictes-moi une Versailles.
Longtemps va-t-il demeurer.
Au chevalier, Alarson, chevalier.
Obeleste pareil.
Longtemps.
Donnez cette vos habits. Stress tous, je suis votre serveuse.
Adverta lors devons nos salaires. Bien oi. Vequier, meriens.
Obelestre, à Chest mes vos. Chest met, je gagne mon gage.
Au sommes en ordre. Waitements de vers l'ennemi, chevalier. Soyez prest, compagnons, retrayez vos amours. Sommes on un incontinent. Mes seigneurs. Si comme vos soldats.
Oyez tous le monde. Je vous emmène Méria.
Belestier. Belestier. Avant.
Chevalier, l'heure est de se soigner.
Dictez-moi une persuasion. Avant
Oil. Oyez les ordonnances. Oui, Dostial oreis.
Tous sommes prêts.
Ciao, Belestre. À Часть. Avance, au Belestier. Comme il vous plaît.
Sommes en ordre, je commande. Chevalier, avertissage votre à la sauce, chevalier. Chevalier, prêt pour entier.
Часть met votre ordre à l'épreuve. Avance, au Belestier. Sur quoi me faut-il faire?
Attends. Avertissez votre courage, compagnon. Alarson, pour votre accès, je commande, accès metzvot. Avant, compagnon.
Besoigné à faire? Giovanni Bastir.
Belestre paré.
The English army chose their moment and began to close in on Ponvallenne.
Au Belestre, avant.
Attendez les appels.
Au Belestre, Belestrier, à votre sens.
Ça est bel manuel.
Dictez-moi une adresse.
En besoin, suis sans quemin.
Une autre personne. Sur quoi me faut-il faire? Chessmetz vos habillés bénois.
Chevalier, pour votre service.
Vouée marchande avance
L'heure
nous.
incontinent. Soyez avant, compagnon. Oui, oui.
Nous cueillons les fruits de...
Accessmet retrayez vos
Chessmetz au Belestre.
Vouée marchande avance nous.
Si comme vos
Au Belestier. Allons. Comme il vous plaît.
Alarson, ridets en bon ordre.
Au Belestre paré.
Chevalier, avant.
Au Belestre, s'y veille.
Reste tout certes. Just le temps votre service. Sommes und attendez
After a hard-won battle against a scattered enemy, the French succeeded in halting the English chevauchée at Ponvallenne. The English army was not invincible. The French cause was not yet lost. Longbows were powerful weapons, but keeping archers supplied with ammunition was a major undertaking.
This is a modern arrow. Small and lightweight. Pretty much what everyone shoots these days. Compared to this, medieval war arrow. Look at the size of this thing. It's a beast.
A medieval army might need more than 1 million war arrows on campaign, and each one had to be made by hand. It was a labor-intensive business, and the person who did it was called a fletcher. First, a log is split into square staves. Then the fletcher uses a plane to start roughing out the shape.
Ugh, how do I get it round?
Not only have you got to make it round, you've got to make it bobtailed. Look at that.
Bobtailed?
You see that's coming down thinner down that end? There's a natural taper coming down there to that end.
A plane with a curved blade is used to create the taper. This makes the arrow aerodynamic.
This is an incredibly painstaking process for one arrow.
Most of them are just for one shot as well.
Next, a slot is cut to receive a piece of horn. The horn reinforces the nock. That's the notch that fits the arrow to the bowstring. Without the horn insert, the power of a heavy warbow could split and shatter an arrow. Once the horn is in place, the nock is sawn and shaped. Then the fletcher has to attach the feathers to the shaft.
Now what you've got to do is you've got to get rid of the stiffness of the quill. You're going to work it down so it's nice and thin.
So this is dogfish skin?
Yeah, medieval sandpaper.
The feathers are glued in place and then secured with thread. The final process is to arm the arrow with its arrowhead. The person who makes these is called an arrowsmith. From a blank piece of iron, he starts with the part that fits over the arrow shaft. First he makes the bar flat. then uses a special former to create a socket. The final stage is to hammer out the shape of the head. Arrow stocks had to be prepared far in advance of a campaign. It was impossible to make them in sufficient numbers overnight. A medieval war arrow like this could only be shot from a big, exceptionally powerful bow. And it packed a mighty punch.